They do have that. In Chinese, it's called the charcoal grilled skewer combo. Kebabs, basically. Potential fight over topside. I don't think it's a safe dive topside. There's a lot of members in the area from JDG. Might be a fight in topside jungle. Shun has empowered everything. It's cancelled out on that W. Not great from Shun. Hook, though, onto Vampire. Level 6 coming through from the Aurora. Flash away, and it's not enough for Vampire to survive. Shun flashed away, too. First blood over to JDG. WE getting blitzed by the... You get to stand and fight. You have a little bit more repositioning that, but... yeah. Dragon's going to start it and finish by JDG fairly effectively. The Kai'Sa passive helping with that. The IG Kai'Sa skin, of course, a fan favorite here and a player favorite one. Dragon finish doesn't have the level 6 just yet. Draw does. He's lost a lot of XP here. Potentially because of that first death. Potentially because of some of the early roams. Oh, ult coming through from the... Paze just cleanses in the wrong way. He'll die here. Good to Nautilus ult there. I'm actually surprised that Paze is living right now. Draw, does he have the ability to get out? Nope, he doesn't. Taeyeon trying to get the kill, and he does. Flashy flash forwards. Taeyeon gets himself a double. Paze, a bad cleanse from him means the blue pings. I don't see that many red pings, but they are moving down towards it. Troy does have flash, and Old Monkey gets himself a flash, and that's if Pop Blossom afters. However, look at the ultimate onto Taeyeon. Does that change anything? The Aurora goes down, and the Unara starts to pop off. Good equalizer. The Orn's a little bit late into the party. Paze might be able to turn around something onto Monkey. Xiaoshu gets one back. Double knockup. Taeyeon, remember, has no flash, but he does have that one little dash as well to go into it. A Grand Starfall for reasons I have no idea why. Shun going forwards, but does he have the damage to make this work? Gets the E and misses an auto attack and the Q. Taeyeon lives as Shun completely airballs the play at the end of it. Shun, look, it is a bit of both. There's some questions in chat. Someone saying, yeah, Crimson Secret saying, I don't know if it's good movement from, or is Shun completely whiffing. To see if they can dive onto the Unara later, that Aurora. Scout does have flash. He does have ult. Might have to use it again. The wall's still missing. Shotgun landing onto Monkey. He's quite tanky for this point in the game. Shockwave onto 2. The Impale's not fantastic. Pop Blossom coming through. Skarna's down, but the Nautilus is as well. Unara does have the flash now. Does he have the ability to rearrange the fight? Maybe not, with the Kai'Sa making their issue their own. The W misses, and Pace does get the assassination cue, but I don't think he has the damage now. And this is the problem with Unara. They can't reposition into plays like that particularly effectively. Karis not doing bad here. An Electro Harpoon onto Scout, and Pace also very threatening. Xiaoshu will go down, and the play will be at least a 3 for 2 in favor of JDG for now. But I wonder whether they'll be able to see things out completely. Pace doesn't really have the ability to do that much good damage back from Scouts. The Leandri's not going to be able to kill him through the Molten, through the Scap Shield, rather. Scout and Boss. Remember, there are 3 grubs to the side of WE. When they start winning plays, things go nastily afterwards. Roots onto the Nautilus. Monkey, does he have Impale? He does, and he catches out the AD carry. Oh, Monkey, that Skarna has been a feather in their cap for so long. A teleport in, I don't think it'll matter. WE are starting to roll over this game. JDG mis-executing fights, caught out by the sublime play there of Monkey. They'll use that 3 grubs. The shockwave, insult to injury. Another kill as Scout goes down. The Aurora with the early kill has not been a big factor this game. WE will use the 3 grubs and take a 2 turret push. Great plays from as JDG fall. High damage, comparative, I suppose. Objective bounties available for JDG. Yep, that's how bad it's gotten. Objective bounties are on the table. Atacon and Dragon start up at the same time. Well, there was a moment where there was no smite there. Teleporting in with the Ornn, trying to get a flank combo. JDG looking potentially for a fight. Draw has the Spider Naut away to safely if he needs to, and indeed does. JDG. Their team fight execution has been just not there, has it? It's the replacement. It has been a revolving door of JDG. Clearlove is their coach, yep. We have Scout and Clearlove, EDG legends, instead for JDG now. Atacon presumably started again in the Fog of War. Yep, JDG will sniff that one out. WE not cleanly taking this so far, though. They do have a wave being pushed into top lane turret. Good tank in the Atacon so far, not taking ample damage. I don't know if I love JDG being allowed to get in here. Potential shockwave coming through. Shun, not fantastic from him. Vampire gets a 2-man knockup. It's not onto the carries, but Shun's used his E. There's no smite left available. Monkey's fairly tanky, but is he tanky enough? Knock up onto the Nico. Is that enough? Xiaoshu could flash out, but he flashed that late. Way too late. Atkan now being taken with no smites available. No one has it. Pays. Go to Taeyun. Shockwave. Not going to catch him, but it's not going to be needed. Taeyun takes him down. Triple kill to the Yunara as JDG do not find the fights. Xiaoshu flashing out late means that the tank goes down easily, and a 5,000 damage play from the Yunara seals the deal. Scout potentially getting himself a kill over the wall. Misses the skill shot. You've gone invisible. Projected bounty on the bot side of the map now. WWE playing these fights out so much more cleanly than JDG. Their team fighting has been very good today. In this game anyway. Point JDG. What have they got left? Do they have damage anyway? They don't even have 2 items on their AD carry. There's 8 kills on Taeyun, who's got improved boots and that second item. Cancelled out on the ultimate. Wall stun. Vampire's going to whiff the ultimate, but means that no one can step forwards. So WWE protect themselves from a potential engage from JDG. Xiaoshu's ult is cancelled out by Monkey's regular ability. Ult down for JDG. Monkey does have the flash, and he gets himself a triple impale. The skewers are skewering. Impaled and roasted to death. WWE find a quick 3 as Monkey's Skarner. That should close the game. It'll at least be an inhib. Remember, there are 3 grubs here. WWE, what a performance in this game 1. The early game looked bad up until that double kill that Taeyun managed to get. I really think this Yunara has been very... Perhaps. WWE can break themselves the 2-1 curse today. That is the question. Tends to be, doesn't it? Monkey driving through the wall again. Jordan does not have flash. He's very likely dead here. Just by hook or by crook. Or by impale, potentially, too. Playing things slow. Molten Salt flies around. Just extends the death time. No ult needed from Monkey. Has a ton of Heartsteel stacks, by the way. 236. High for a pro game. He'll hit. Shun could... Hang on a second. Shun could ult in. There is a chance of that. I actually wonder whether that is the option. A little bit soon to do that. Not a bad Ornn ultimate. The impale's not fantastic. Xiaoshu will go down, though, and Taeyun very dead. Peel off the Baron. WE good for them to focus on one thing, the fight or the Baron. Shun can still ult into the pit. Stranger things have happened, folks. Potentially Shun could ult into the pit and look for a steal of the objective. Not like that, though. He was looking at the HP and not looking at his own. Loses a ton of HP to a QW. W should know at this point that they're in a bit of threat. There's a potential... You don't have to walk up there, bro. Drop, you don't have to walk up there. Dies very much for free. WE take the freebie. Still being tanked. Minions are killing the Nexus, by the way. Ult into the pit. Is it enough? No. No, it is not. No smite here today. Scout will go down to a demolition by WE of JDG. WE will see the Nexus turrets fall without their direct intervention needed at all. A teleport in from the Rumble. Now, that might be a little bold. Is he going to live through this one? Has flash. Gets the flame spitter on target. Has a frickin' fine Zhonya's too. Pacers might just die in the 1v2. Vampire going forwards. Not necessarily getting the CC, but getting the zone out that's needed. WE, a clean demolition of JDG in game 1. As Jingdong Gaming, an embarrassing first game, cannot get their team fights working for the life of them. JDG. And the last pick of the Aatrox. Taeyun gets the Ezreal. As last pick AD carry. This is very good for the defensive options. I wouldn't suggest it normally, but when you're thinking about going towards GA or something, perhaps not. Teleport into mid lane. Teleport. Hang on a second. Can't they just flick back? This is dangerous, isn't it? Flick back. Wasted, though, a little bit. Scout can get that charm down. It does. Why don't you just save that for the teleport? What is happening, WE? Shun's going to get kill participation for that first one. The rocks are going to get blocked out. It's WE. Can't you just flick back the Ahri? Bot lane coming up helps the amount of time it takes to kill the dragon, go down. Monkey will get himself topside scuttle. The League of Legends. They can struggle to get some value. Good combo over the wall. The electrocute not quite onto Monkey there. Sure, taking a lot of damage, but not enough to kill him. Shield up a little bit later, of course, to get good value. Pays competing with this wave here. Another good charm there. Flash forward from Vampire. Not sure. Vampire, I'm not sure about that one. Because now you've just gone into a choke point. Okay, 1 dead already. Where are the resets? That's 2. All off of Vampire flashing onto an Ahri with ult available. Taeyun even loses his cleanse for that too. Bad engage from Vampire. I suppose he did go towards stuff like the Luden's build before. Ooh, ult onto Monkey. There we go. He still has Crescent Guard. Fully charged Q. Viari goes onto him after, and that's a very, very dead Shinzao. Good vision control, good Varus all over the wall. It's another set of on the LPL here and there. Maybe I should go back and watch some of Hayes' ones. I do tend to watch a lot of the mid lane ones because I'm a mid laner by trade. It's dark in number 5. First third of the game will go down in the top side to Scout and to Shun. Really clean game from the WE. Have to bring 3 people down, and they take a fair amount of time to do so. They're dropping waves in mid lane. Hit one. Let's get a bit of a tag there onto Karis. Trading some vision about the place. Oh, ult onto Monkey. Doesn't have flash. Varus can walk inside the Thunderdome if he wants. Vampire punts away one person, but I don't think it's that enough. Ari's going to go forwards. Where's the charm cooldown? I think he must have used it at the start of the play. Does have 2 ult stacks left. Don't think he'll jump back at them. Maybe he can actually. Jump out of the brush. Couple of seconds left. Melee range charm. Goes unstoppable. Shun doesn't get that much off of it. Cube will use that W and the E to get away from it. Jungler down. Great ult. The one night I catch you live is the one night I work a Saturday. Well, I hope work goes well for you and the shift isn't too long. Technically, this is my work too. King, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Dragon goes. The problem with Modern League watching is there is too much overlapping League to watch at the same time because it's all in the same time zone, right? We have LCP, LCK, and LPL all happening at the same time, and they're all very entertaining leagues, and I love each one of those leagues. I can't watch all of them live. That's calm. We see that live and ready hit. Screw it, we'll do it live. Scout gets a good chunk onto Vampire. That's a good Braum ult. Where's the shield? Comes up. Ult over the wall. Not bad. Starting to get the Blackfire torch burning. Charm onto one. Braum dies. Is it the Intercon angle? Ult over the wall, but not quite perfect. Hayes still going to get damage down. Monkey goes down now, and Aatrox starts to get rip rolling. A second person dies as Hayes lives. Scout has one more reset, and Xiaoshu is still alive. A jump forward, Taeyun flashing to get that ult target. Triple kill to Xiaoshu. Quadra denied, but WE fall at the Atakan as JDG lose 1 in their heroic support of Duo, who held the door shut. Hodor in the Tribush as JDG sweep the fight. Cube's done that. Not valuable. Oh my god, great pick onto the Ezreal. Don't even need the Viol for that. Taking white individual plays. Scout has, I believe, full host of... he doesn't have the assist onto Q, but I think he has all the other ult hunter stacks. We watch the play on that side there as Taeyun gets obliterated. Flick back onto the Ahri. Ignite comes through. Don't think it's a great play though. Goes down for free. Ult through. Double knockback from the Vi. A charm onto the person knocked aside. Cube will get under turret. Shun may well get taken down here. But even then, it's not enough. Ezreal ult comes through, and again, it's not that much. Varus ult hits across the side, and there's no Crescent Guard anymore. Where's the next Q? Shun going forwards. This is a little dangerous now. The tower was doing some decent damage there. Monkey does get hit by an arrow, but just about survives. Pays! Punted back. Good play from Cube there. As the CC lands. No follow-up on to draw over JDG. Arguably, this one's been even more dominant. Taeyun will jump over, cancel the recall. Dragon is alive, by the way. JDG would like to recall. Get some teleports back into the play. Charm overlord. Vampire trying to go through that choke point, trying to stop the dragon coming through. All they've done is found themselves another dash and another death. Scout finds his way onto Taeyun. A charm lands, and an Ezreal has gone down for the 3rd time this game. Taeyun's Ezreal struck fear into the LPL last split. Scout stops Karis from capitalizing on anything. Dragon goes down. Been really loving Scout's Ahri play so far. Well coordinated with his team. The build, I think, is very good in terms of early game shred. Is alive. But it's an 11,000 gold lead, folks. At 25 minutes. It's almost like a 500 gold lead per minute in the game. Alistair is... Hang on a second. He'll spot out Vampire. Headbutt back into potentially the Weaver's Wall. But they've just comboed onto the Talia. That's a problem. Well played there from Shun. And Vampire, creative though it may be, good it was not. The Alistair goes down again. Tried to go for something creative. Finds nothing but their death. Cube finds an angle, and the angle's into the dirt. Goes straight down into the terra firma. As WE have yet to get a 3rd kill in 26 minutes. The gold lead has crested 11,000 gold. Scout will take an inner turret, and that'll go up a little bit more. The turret DOT, actually not going to be quite enough there to take that. Baron will go down. There's going to be no contest. It's WE. Yeah, this one's a rough one. They have been obliterated. Magi's picked up for Scout. If you're an Ahri player, Magi's is in fact your best item you can build. This is often overlooked. And free value is often Ridiculous. Pushing in towards the bot side and the mid side at the same time. Xiaoshu has flash, has ult. Vampire is going to get a combo down. I don't think it matters that much, though. Mind you that they have the Chemtech for the extra heals, shields, and tenacity. And, of course, the damage and damage reduction at below 50% HP. If that... Yeah, feels pretty bad. Vampire goes for a combo. Doesn't really get the clean leap. Gets it onto the AD carry, but just gets away. And the cow goes down yet again. These engages have not been impactful. Xiaoshu... He's just swinging the sword. He's just swinging it time and time again. The Ezreal goes down. 3 dead already. Soon to be more to follow. Flash forward for a Braum Q. Aatrox keeps swinging those Darkin Blade Qs around, as it's not going to be a long game after this one. Charm, flash, and another death. Turrets will go down. WE. This game 2 could have been an email. JDG will take the second game of the series and pushes to 3 games. G are going to be slamming them like a wrecking ball very, very early into the game. They have strong early lanes that can skirmish well. The Renekton and the Riser, point and click CC, which not hit from Monkey just yet. Shun caught up in terms of CS, by the way. Putting the ward... they put it onto Vampire and they know he's there. He doesn't have a flash. Can they wait for it to apply in time? It's coming up just now. Didn't quite apply in time. Oh, they needed to wait like an extra half second. Mistake there. Get that cleanly. You don't have to give up anything now. Scout can recall. You can teleport back in, though. Maybe that's a play. Jumping forwards again. Pays. Does have the culling. Jump onto Shun. He has his ultimate. Doesn't have to use it. Uses it now. Flash forward from Monkey. But Pays goes down. Mispositioned. The Lamb's Respite is only a single breath before the end. JDG should not have fought for the 3rd grub. 2 kills for Monkey and a horribly played fight from JDG. WE get a lot more from those grubs than they should have done. JDG, you should know better. You should know better. Realmore coming in now. Karis, no flash. He just flashed to come in. Realmore coming through. Pays getting out of that thing there. Not able to get the W on target. Doesn't get the move speed from it. Vampire has flash. Pays might be able to get the flash rolls, and indeed does so. A kill to Pays, at least at the end. What's the full kill count there? 2 for Tabby. I'd like to see him not go towards that if at all possible. Dragon's going to get taken down very quickly here, actually. Xiaoshu going to again trade the Dominus in. And at least kill the Maiden again. Cube is not getting any value from that Maiden. Xiaoshu's been controlling that individual matchup well. First Dragon taken easily by JDG. Vampire might jump onto Pace. Dashes over the wall. Flash forward. The Nocturne's coming forwards as well. Is there there is a Lamb's Respite. I don't think it saves him, though. Blast Gun comes through. Pace is just dead. Got to be careful of the paranoia. Great engage from Vampire and Monkey, but Pace having a really bad game on for Shun. Might want to go for a play here anyway. How many people? 4 people brought down. Scout could come down here as well. Xiaoshu wants to go for empowered Q. Flashes away. Good Magnet Sword. This is a bad dive, W. It's a bad dive indeed. 2 for 1 as WE throw themselves under the turret and get nothing for it. Shun gets himself a second. At this point, Lucian was the end of Season 3, start of Season 4. Vampire. I don't think you should walk up to that brush. He does have an exhaust. Here comes the Nocturne Paranoia. There's a cull potentially. That is a very dead Vampire. Very dead Vampire. Walked up to a brush he had no right going up to. Is there empowered W? Yes, there is. And that's going to be the CC they need. Karis goes down. Xiaoshu well played on the energy management. 2 quick kills. JDG spring to life. Annie, who was potentially looking for a level 2 Tibbers from that, is quite valuable. Monkey, a level down on Shun as well now. Vampire doesn't have smites. No Annie to play around this. Coming out of base. Shun waiting for cooldowns. Teleport in from the Yorick. Is Xiaoshu going to join? No. So it's actually just a leash from JDG off the board. That was fine. The rest of it around the Dragon didn't feel great. Now you have potential of an engage force from Solar Flare plus the Paranoia. Free turret coming through. JDG not defending mid lane well at all. Second charge comes through. No cross map on top side from Xiaoshu, which I would have liked to see. Scout instead doing that on bot side, I suppose. That's not bad. They have the 2 grubs. Okay, they'll get themselves turret there. Feats of strength did go to WE though, so they get the increased boots. Scout gets the gold there. Over 1,000 gold ahead of Karis now. Nocturne spotted. Kindred pretty quick at taking these. Not great at tanking it. Cube. Now Cube's in a bit of trouble, isn't he? Good morning, miss. Flash away. Not a bad reposition from Cube, actually. Good things all said and done. Atkan reset. Bit of rage built up by Xiaoshu. Is that the end of the play? Is that the end of the play? Draw, controlling the Tri-Brush. Hex Gate over. Opens up a flank angle. And they catch out Cube. You already flashed away. He doesn't have anything left to play around. Karis has a little bit of damage, but it's not nearly enough. Dead top laner. WE try to play too many angles at once and leave their top laner out to dry. However, this is getting pretty low. Good rocket. I think JDG should just leave this. Leave it. Don't go towards the intercon. They're pulling. Oh my god, they're pulling it again. Pulling it again. Where is the solar flap? This could be very dangerous. The intercon keeps going again. Zenith Blade into the backline. Here comes the paranoia. Can they kill him in time? Yes, they can! It's another intercon! Xiaoshu saves the play though with a magnificent Q. Triple kill to the crocodile. The intercon saved by the crocodile in the top lane. That should have been the play. Big mistake. They get away with it because Xiaoshu did the Lord's work. He's 2,000 gold up. He does have Dominus. Solar Flare will land the stun. Look, he's got Dominus. I don't think you're doing... I mean, actually, no. Karras is up here now. Yeah, that's a little bit more threatening. Does he have an Empowered Couple? He does. Gets the W. Oh my god, he gets the W on the turret. Does he get another Q? Does he even need it? Xiaoshu MVP slam at home. This Renekton has been disgustingly good in the last few minutes. On the other side of the map, Scout and the rest of the crew hang on, flash forwards. Xiaoshu might die here. He's trying to survive on a turret, and the side steps are as clean as you like. Another outplay, buying more time for a turret play in here. Oh, how galling must it be for WE to get outplayed by this single man in the top lane. Xiaoshu outplaying at the Atacon under top turret twice. See himself out to safety again there. Karras is so far behind. I don't think it's necessarily Karras' fault, by the way. I think WE, I think they've approached the map quite poorly. I'm not a fan of how they play side lanes. They'll be able to get the side lane out of turret, reject the bounty to cube. That's good for them. But I'm not a fan of how WE play around side lanes. Curious. Monkey doing their quick clear as Nocturne, leashing 2 camps. Ghost pop by Vampire. Ooh, Vampires and Ghosts. Proper horror story. Scout taking the top side turret. He is going to be over 2,000 gold ahead, by the way. A little scary, going towards Zhonya's third item. Haven't really seen Scout have to determine any team fights just yet, but I'm glad they're giving some gold to the scaling carry. Someone like Vampire goes for a warding mission and it doesn't work out for the Monkey's going to get spotted out by by Scout here. Fear Tether's going to land. Fear Tether lands, uses the Zhonya's instead, times out a bit of that fear. Gets short-sighted instead. Xiaoshu comes into the play and Taeyun, oh, he's been minion blocked by the Renekton. That is a dead core keep, and HP from Shojin or not, that is not going to see you very well. WE, again, get impatient. They are not good at slow League of Legends. JDG far better at punishing them here. Shun gets himself his 7th mark, his 2nd range increase, and a ton of stats to go with it. This Kindred is nuclear. Baron started, no paranoia. Karras does have flash. Hang on, there could be a bit of a playthrough here. Scout doesn't have that many defensive tools left, and JDG, though, are making the play happen outside of it. Scout taking a lot of damage, but he's not going down. Cube uses that flash. Karras going to get realm warped onto the jumping forward from the Shun. A hop, a skip, and a dunk forwards later, and 2 go down. WE get impatient and showcasing, sadly, their weakness in the slow game. JDG bleed them out and bury the remains. 3 kills for none, and they'll go back. A consolation prize, but Baron collected. Can they survive the retreat? Yes, I think they can. I don't think JDG have an engage angle here. Draw could go for a long play with the flash over the wall. I don't think Scout should be walking up here, by the way. Hang on. Hexagon's coming over. Hang on. There's a bit of a play coming in after all. There's no flash on Cube. No one's doing great damage to the Rel on the other side. Nothing sticks. Draw didn't have the Magnet Storm. Used the CC he had. Jumping forwards. Good Zonya's there from Scout. Jumping onto Pays. The Fear Tether lands. There's a good Hellhammer Respite. Where is the Renekton? There they are, but no kills have come through for the side of W until just now. They get themselves the rise. That's important. It will stop bits and pieces of the Baron buff coming through. Shun can keep jumping forwards. Tane, does he have enough cooldown? Perhaps not. Easy kill onto 2. JDG do not control themselves well on their own engage, and W play that fast and explosive engage fairly effectively. Xiaoshu is going to get that kill very easily. Why did he walk into the Renekton Vampire? Why did you think that was a good idea? Another W! Triple kill to the Crocodile in the top lane. It will cost their own life, but Xiaoshu takes down so many with it. I don't think he gives a single damn. Shun will clean up one more as Pays will be invited to the winner's dinner. 2 kills for both the marksman in bot lane and jungle. WE think they break the Baron buff, but they walk into the Renekton Vampire. Why? 0 and 7. Brought into the sunlight. JDG will hand WE yet another 2-1 loss. A solar flare Does not feel like it is doing particularly much UV radiation to JDG. It's just a tanning bed. JDG come out looking golden. WE.